But let's talk about the reality of cross-channel shopping. I mean, how has it evolved over the years, and really, what does it encompass, and what has become the biggest challenge, therefore, for retail marketers?
This is very sort of close to heart for us because one of the new solutions that we've come up with is actually all around cross-channel analytics and understanding cross-channel behavior. And so what we're seeing in the market is from a purchase sort of behavior perspective, people are, in terms of just statistics, I think most people who are making a purchase, excluding sort of the fast-moving goods category, are actually, a majority of them are using multiple channels to make a purchase. So you might see people doing a search online, going into a store and then trying out the product. And it's evolving to the point where the channel is getting blurred, right? Where people standing within the store premises might be doing a price comparison, within the retailer's sort of floor, and then getting the best price for the product they want. And so the whole concept of retailing, we think, is evolving. And it's evolving to the extent that you've got, as a consumer, you're going to try to find the path that gets you most convenience, sort of instant gratification, if that's what you're looking for, to immediately pick up the product, and the best price, right?
What's the rank order there?
So I think price is a pretty important part of that rank order, but it depends upon the product. So if there is something that someone has an urgent need for, the rank order will vary. Right?
How are you seeing the reality of the cross-channel?
Yeah, so retail is changing. I would definitely echo that theme, and of course it is. Some things aren't going to go away. Some things like bricks and mortar stores, they're not going to go away. But companies that do have a multi-channel presence, those retailers have a clear advantage. If they have an online storefront, they can view their customers more holistically than a company that just has a bricks and mortar presence. So as a practical example, what we do with Kroger is we know what kinds of product categories people shop in. And we use that information to present them offers. We assemble hundreds of millions of offers, and we personalize the delivery of those offers online and offline to people. If someone's a loyal buyer of Pepsi, the last thing we would want to do is give them an offer for Coke. Now, it's a marketer's first instinct to do a conquest sale to that person, but the data shows it makes that customer less happy, and the response rate on those kinds of offers is bad. It actually erodes the relationship between the customer and the retailer. Now, what you want to do is look to get additional purchases from those loyal customers, get better share of wallet. Because even if they're a loyal buyer in your category, chances are they're spending 50% outside of your store or outside of your brand. So if you can increase that wallet share just a little bit more, you're going to see a transformational impact on your business. So the way into that kind of personalized delivery of value, what we do is we tie back to loyalty cards. And so for the loyalty card, we understand exactly what people are buying, when, at what price point, and again, what else is in their shopping basket. This allows us to create that really holistic view of who that consumer is. And then we correlate that to other data. And so we'll look at online exposure data through some panels. We have partnerships. We have a similar partnership for TV exposure. And we have a lot of social data that comes to us from what BuzzAgent does. So we can create that holistic view of customers to ultimately deliver them a personalized experience with brands and retailers. And the correlation to offline business from online touchpoints is very real and very measurable.
Of course, the challenge in automotive is that loyalty cards and those kind of programs and even couponing don't really work in automotive shopping. So it's, even though there's this the sort of illusion of high measurability that the internet brings, there's in fact sort of this breakpoint between all of the research that car shoppers do online, which is something like the figures are 80 to 90% of all vehicle purchases are now researched online to some extent. But there is this gap between knowing that all this stuff goes on online and being able to connect it to the person who walks into the car dealership to make the purchase. So the challenge for us as an advertising medium, as well as for our customers, is how do you associate actual vehicle purchases back to to the advertising that presumably generated them, and that's where it's by no means an exact science. It's more like the traditional world of advertising. I know half my advertising works, I just don't know which half, and there's still a lot of truth to that in our space. But we try to make up for that by reporting all kinds of different activities. So besides email leads, we report every phone call that someone makes to a car dealership on our site. We report every time someone clicks through to see details on a vehicle. We report the number of times a dealer's vehicle shows up. And we do similar for our national advertisers as well, for car manufacturers.